I'm going to invite Sally Tucker to join us, SVP of Clinical Development for Opus Genetics.
Thank you. My name is Sally Tucker, and I'm the Senior Vice President leading clinical development for Opus Genetics. I'm not from the US. I'm not struggling with jet lag, but I am struggling with the climate change. It's freezing here. We are a small biotech with a keen focus on IRDs. Our lead program is OPGX-LCA5, and I'm going to be presenting today data from that study. Our second program is BEST. This has been initiated, and we're expecting to release data in Q1 of next year. And in addition to that, we have our phentolamine asset, which we have a partnership in place for. We have approval for this asset for the reversal of pharmacologically induced mydriasis. We are submitting an sNDA later this year for its use in presbyopia and look forward to presenting data next year for its use in dim light disturbances. Our lead program is for OPGX-LCA5. LCA5 is an ultra-rare condition. There are around 188 patients with it in the US, and these patients generally present very early on in life with profound visual acuity loss, night blindness, and nystagmus. OPGX-LCA5 is an AAV8 vector that delivers LCA5 functional gene to the photoreceptors. To date, 6 patients have been treated, 3 adult participants and 3 pediatric participants. And on this slide, I'm just going to highlight 3 of these participants had non-formative vision at screening, participant 03, 05, and 07. To date, safety has been excellent. There have been no ocular serious adverse events, no observed dose-limiting toxicities, and all ocular adverse events have been mild, anticipated, and unrelated to the study drug. There was 1 participant that had a cataract at screening. This was participant 05 that worsened at 3 months, but this was down to the surgical procedure and not related to the drug. Looking at visual acuity, this is the visual acuity change in the adult participants. You can see that the study eye performed better than the control eye, and when comparing between the two, there was an average inter-eye difference that was maintained out to 18 months of 0.2 logMAR. Looking at the visual acuity in the pediatric patients, this was even further improved. So greater gains in the study eye compared to the control eye, with there being on average 0.3 logMAR improvement in the the study eye compared to the control eye at 3 months. And this was despite one of the patients having a cataract worsening at 3 months. So this response is somewhat muted. Looking at FST, these are the adult patients. The adult patients, 2 out of 3 of them had significant and clinically meaningful improvements in FST. And when looking at the pediatric patients, these gains were even greater. So seeing great gains in retinal sensitivity in these patients out to 3 months. Looking at MLOMT, which is a virtual reality mobility course, not only does it look at navigation and their ability to navigate through the course, it also necessitates individuals to detect the objects that they see, and the patients have to look around. This is why I highlighted that 3 of the patients recruited to this study had non-formative vision at screening. You'll see that subject 01 and 04 both had clinically meaningful improvements in their ability to recognize objects, and they both had formative vision. Subject 03, however, they went from being unable to conduct the course at all prior to treatment, and then were able to successfully navigate through the course following treatment. Then looking at the adolescent patients or the pediatric patients, again, subject 05 and 07, they had improvements in the way they navigated through the course, but their object recognition is not as impressive as you see with 06, which was more akin to the adult participant 04. And the theory behind this is that the patients with non-formative vision, their focus is looking at the floor, looking at the arrows. They don't have the same navigational confidence as those patients with some degree of formative vision. In conclusion, we have excellent safety data in all of the participants treated to date. Robust biological efficacy data with improvements in visual acuity and FST being seen in 5 out of the 6 participants, which has been coupled with improvements in MLOMT and object recognition in those patients with formative vision. We have rare pediatric disease and RMAT designation. And I'm finally going to finish on this slide, which to me is the most impactful of all the slides that I'm showing today. We asked the patients to provide feedback on what this OPGX LCA5 has done to them. And these are some of the feedback that we received from them. Subject 0101, we actually asked her what it was like to be treated. And she said it was like walking around with a blindfold, following treatment, having that blindfold being taken out, and now being able to see my children play soccer. This patient is actually going to be interviewed tomorrow on Good Morning America, and I encourage you all to watch her because it's pretty impactful. And with that, I'd like to close. So thank you.
Thank you.